What up guys, this is MTG back with another video. Today we're playing some Boros Synthesizer. So in the land base we got Ancient Den, artifact land taps for a plane, Great Furnace, taps for a mountain, artifact land, a couple mountains, a couple plains, some tap lands, tapped indestructible artifact lands, and some life gain lands from the cons block. One drop slot we got Glint Hawk, a 2/2 flying. When it enters, sacrifice it unless you return an artifact from your hand. It and Glint Hawk are how we gain card advantage. When they enter, you have to return a permanent to you control to its owner's hand. So we play all these artifacts like Synthesizer, Ichor Wellspring, Limbus for card advantage. Then we pick them up and then replay them with Glint Hawk and Core Skyfisher. Now, what are we using to get this value? Experimental Synthesizer. When it enters, exile top card. You can play it till the end of the turn for 3 mana. You can sack it, get a 2/2, and you also get another card that you can play till the end of the turn. Removal, we got Galvanic Blast, Metalcraft. We can deal 4 damage to any target. Lightning Bolt. We got Clark Clan, Shaman. Sacrifice an artifact, deals 1 damage to each creature without flying. In the 2-drop slot, we got Dawnbringer Cleric. It does a whole bunch of things. Gain lives, destroys enchantments, exiles cards from the graveyard. And we already talked about Core Skyfisher, 2/3 for 2 that flies. Bard, Batter Fist, 4 Meridian, 2 mana artifact. When it enters, you make a 2/2, automatically flips, you get a 3/1. Makeshift Munitions, we have so many artifacts laying around, we can sack them for value, such as a Synthesizer or Ichor Wellspring. Both, when they leave, we get another card. Also Limbus, new addition to the deck. When it enters, we scry and draw a card. If we sacrifice it, we gain 3 life. When it hits the graveyard, it goes back to our hand. Rounding that out, we have Foundry Helix. It's the common version of Lightning Helix for 3 mana, instant speed, sacrifice a permanent. We deal 4 damage and gain 4 life. In the sideboard, we have life gain, more Dawnbringer Clerics, artifact hate, another Clark Clan for sweeping up those 1/1s, another new card, Cast in the Fire. We can deal 1 damage up to 2 target creatures, exile target artifact, another Foundry Helix when we need a little bit more removal, and then some Graveyard Hate and Relic of Progenitus. Today we did something a little bit different. I voiced over the 2 games you're going to see. First game really shows how this deck can stabilize and the power of it. The second one did not go so well, but I think there's things to learn from it. Hopefully you enjoy the new video style. It's my first time doing it, so go easy on me, please. If you like this video, you found something interesting, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the gameplay. What up guys, today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to try a voiceover over this game. Today we're playing Boros Synthesizer. I really wanted to highlight this game because it shows how well this deck can stabilize. We're up against a really fast art from Kadolta Red. They start off with an Epicure. We start off with a tap land. They play a land into a Swiss Spear and a Kadolta Rebirth. Locally, we have the Clark Clan in our hand. Draw a Wellspring, play an untapped land, Graven Inspector, play the Clark Clan, and go ahead and activate, sweep the board of everything but the Swiss Spear. Opponent untaps, plays a Swiss Spear, goes in for the attack. We don't block. Draw a Great Furnace. We decide the Synthesizer. We hit a Cleric, play untapped land, and gain some life. Tap for the one with the Thraven Inspector, which was maybe ill-advised. They play another Swiss Spear, Chain Lightning or Cleric, and get in for another big attack. We draw a Synthesizer, play the Synthesizer, hit a Lightning Bolt. After some debating, we go ahead and decide to bolt a Swiss Spear. Play a Thraven Inspector and pass back. Opponent goes in for the attack. At 11, we decide to block both Swiss spears. They send a bolt upstairs. We're down to 8. Play Epicure as a follow-up. We draw a lightning bolt. We sack the synthesizer, get a blocker. Get a land off of that, play it, bolt another Swiss spear. Fortunately, we're still at 7. When it plays an impulse, hits 2 implements of combustion and attacks with a Swiss spear. We block. We draw a Clark can. Still in a lot of trouble. Play a wellspring, get in munitions. Play the tap land, and I decide to run out the Clark plan. Probably would have been a good idea to go out and run the munitions. There's really no reason not to play here. They play a combustion, and the second combustion, pump their Swiss spear, going in for attack. We block the Swiss spear, activate it, kill the Epicure. Still at 7. We draw a Steel Hawk off the Wellspring sack. We play that, pick up the synthesizer, replay it. We hit a Wellspring. We play that. Draw Ancient Den, and we play munitions. They chain lightning. Our face, we're down to 4. We go in for attack. We block. They play a Roadrunner. We sack and finish off the Swiss spear. Draw a synthesizer. Play that, hit a Core Skyfisher, decide to pick up the synthesizer. Play the land off the synthesizer. Replay it, hit another land. So we play Better Fist. Decide to go ahead and shoot down the Goblin Blast Runner. We pass it back at 4. They play Epicure, we go down to 3. And then play the Blast Runner. We draw a Foundry Helix, which is really good for us. Play a land. Make a blocker, sack a synthesizer, get a Limbus. Draw a Glint Hawk. Play the Glint Hawk. Pick up the Limbus. Replay it. We get to draw a second Limbus. We decide to go ahead and kill the runner with a Foundry Helix, sacrificing a Limbus. We go back up to 7 and attack for 3. Opponent goes in the think tank for a while, but they play an impulse, hit an impulse on the land, play the land. We draw a synthesizer, we play the synthesizer. Hit a Better Fist. We'll go ahead and play that. And play the Limbus. Hit a Den off of that, scrap to the bottom, get a Core Skyfisher. And we pick up a Better Fist. Now it might have been a good idea here to leave 3 mana open so we can instant speed activate the Limbus and gain 3 life. But I decided to play the Better Fist and put some pressure on. We get in for a big attack. We're at 7, opponent's at 9, we pass it back. They sack both combustions. Hit a synthesizer, play the synthesizer. And we go to sideboarding. After some questionable sideboarding, we're back for game 2. We keep a pretty slow hand. Looking back, this probably should have been a mulligan. The opponent starts off with an epicure. We play a plains and the Thraben Inspector. There you go, Swiss Spear and the Unholy Heat for our Thraben Inspector. Tap for 3. Already done 16. We draw a Dawnbringer Cleric. We play the tap land, which we probably should have played an untapped land and went for that life gain. They exile a land, and we're in some real trouble. They get in for another 3, down to 13. We play the Cleric, gain some life. They chain lightning our Cleric for another attack after an implement of combustion, down to 11. We draw a Thraben Inspector. We try for a Synthesizer. Put a Galvanic Blast that we can't cast. So we, the Raven Inspector, get another clue. Opponent does some thinking. After a while, they lightning bolt our Thraben Inspector. Sacrifice the implement of combustion. We're down to 10. We go to 7. And we draw a Clark Clan. It's not helping much. So we play the Synthesizer, hoping to hit something good. We get a tap land. We play that. They kill our artifact land. Go in for the attack and lightning bolt for lethal. We run back our same questionable sideboarding. This time we keep a much better hand. We have the Foundry Helix, a Limbus, and a Clark Clan. We're going to gain a life while this Crag and pass to our opponent. They open up with Epicure. After some debating, we start with a Synthesizer, hit a Great Furnace, play that. Opponent plays second land and a Swiss Spear. And a second Swiss Spear. Looks like we're in some trouble. We draw a mountain. Think about Foundry Helixing now. But I decide to wait a turn and play Thraben Inspector and Limbus. We draw a Galvanic Blast off the Limbus. They stack their blood token, do some looting. After some thinking, they kill our Thraben Inspector with Unholy Heat, get in a pretty big attack. We got in a 12. We draw a Synthesizer. We Galvanic Blast, one of the Swiss Spears. Unholy Heat, the other one, attacking the clue token. Back up to 16, pass back to our opponent. Our opponent finally passes to his main phase. Gets in an attack with Epicure. Exiles our Synthesizer. We draw a Cleric. We play the Synthesizer. Hit a Core Skyfisher. Play that. Pick up our Synthesizer. Replay our Synthesizer. Hit a Bolt that unfortunately we can't cast. Another Lightning Bolt or Core Skyfisher. You get it for 1. Play the Goblin Blast Runner. We draw a tap land. Decide to go ahead and kill the Blast Runner with the Foundry Helix. We get a land off the synthesizer, play the land, and pass back to our opponent. They get it for 1. We draw a Limbus, which is pretty good for us. We get the scry and draw. Get a Wellspring. We take that. Cast it. Oh, excuse me, we cast a Cleric. Gain some life. Here, I was trying to hold a Clark Clan. I just decided to go ahead and play it. I almost feel like they boarded out the Kadalta Rebirth, and it wasn't doing any good in my hand. I also realized I'm kind of short on time. I need to put up a clock in this. Pass back to our opponent. They do nothing. We draw a Galvanic Blast, which is great, so we play the Wellspring. We draw a Better Fist. We'll go ahead and run that out. I'm moving the Better Fist over to the Dominator Cleric, so we can hopefully get in for more damage. They don't block, take it down to 18. Opponent Unholy Heats our Clark Clan. We sack a Wellspring in response to draw a card and to take out the Epicure. They play Blast Runner. Draw another Galvanic Blast. We decide to go ahead and kill that. Play a Wellspring. Draw a tap land. Gain life. Attack with both. Get in for 2 here. Or 4, excuse me. They play Implement of Combustion. Chain Lightning our Cleric. Play a tap land. And I'm really starting to worry about my time here, unfortunately, but we get in for 2. I should have equipped Better Fist to my token, but in my haste I forgot to. So we play a Core Scoutfisher here. Opponent was really thinking about whether or not to let that resolve. I'm not really sure. So we pick up the Wellspring and replay it. Again, the opponent goes in the Think Tank. He finally lets it resolve. We play it. We get a Thread Inspector and we play it. Get a Glue token. Again, I should have re-equipped the Better Fist. They play a Swiss Spear. On end step, we go ahead and blast it. So they waste all their spells now instead of when we're trying to attack. We go ahead and sack the Clue, draw a card. We draw a land and a Cleric. We clip up the Better Fist to the Core Scoutfisher. Here we get in for quite a bit, put them down to 4, play the Cleric, gain a few more life. They play a Synthesizer. They're going to go out fighting, hit a land, sack it, make a blocker, get a Swiss Spear, play the Swiss Spear, and then scoop it up. Alright, now that I've shown you a game that went really well, I'm going to show you one that didn't go so well. Even though it seems like our hand worked out pretty well, we were drawing cards, playing creatures, it just wasn't happening. They start off with a Preordain after our tap land. I debate about whether playing the Glint Hawk and picking up the Artifact land, but I decided just to go with the Wellspring. They play a Saga, do some drawing and discarding. We draw munitions. We would go Glint Hawk, pick up the Wellspring, play untap land, and replay the Wellspring. Pass it back to our opponent. They do some drawing and discarding. Play the wall that makes all their things cheaper, and we draw a Batter Fist. We play an untapped land. We play the Batter Fist, and we play another Wellspring. Looking back, it might have been a good idea to Foundry, Helix, that wall. They play a Snap, bounce their token, play a Mole Drifter, ephemerate the Mole Drifter so they get to stay around and they still get to draw cards. We draw a Wellspring. Think about what to do. We try to play a Core Skyfisher, but he gets countered. So we play Acre Wellspring. They land cycle. And I decide to equip up the Glint Hawk and attack. They take it, go down to 15. Ephemerate comes back on their upkeep. They either draw more cards with Mole Drifter, play another land that makes everything cheaper, and play a second Mole Drifter. I play Thraben Inspector, get a clue. For whatever reason, I decide to attack here. I shoot down Mole Drifter with makeshift munitions. Draw some cards with the Wellspring, get a Core Skyfisher and a Lightning Bolt. They destroy all evil, the munitions. They draw some cards with the new card from Lord of the Rings. We get another Glint Hawk. Play the Glint Hawk, pick up the Wellspring. I decide to kill the God Pharaoh Servant. Play a tap land and attack. They block with a Mole Drifter and trade. Play another Servant. We play Core Skyfisher, pick up a Batter Fist, replay the Batter Fist. Oh, excuse me, we play the Wellspring, play a tap land, then play the Batter Fist. Attack with Glint Hawk. They take it down to 14. We're at 26, which would make you think we're winning this. We're not. They play a Mole Drifter. Land cycle. Play a Archmancer. Ariomancer, excuse me. Then a Seagate Oracle. And then they go to flicker everything a million times. They do this so much, there's no way we can come back from it. They literally draw and draw and draw. Their hand is stacked. We draw a Lightning Bolt, but honestly, I'm feeling pretty defeated here. It doesn't seem like much point. Even with a Lightning Bolt, a Galvanic Blast with Metalcraft, try to kill something, they just flicker it. Get the Ghostly Flicker back. Try to Lightning Bolt. They have another Ephemerate. And they end up just getting all the same cards back and not losing anything. So we concede. Not really sure what to bring in here. We try to bring in some Graveyard Hate relics. Bring in the other Foundry Helix so we can kill their bigger walls and their 4 toughness creatures. We try it like that. I decided that hand wasn't fast enough, so we mulligan. We keep one with the relic. And for a while there, you think we're going to be okay. We keep the graveyard empty, play a Synthesizer, and we get a Bolt that we can't cast, unfortunately. They land cycle. Play a Saga. We keep activating relic, trying to keep the graveyard clear. Play the Cleric, eat more stuff. Saga ticks up. Get a Batter Fist. They flip their Saga, play a bounce land. We draw a land. Check a Synthesizer. Unfortunately hit a blast that we can't cast. Oh, excuse me, we can't cast. We kill their Servant. They play the Mancer. We eat a card in the graveyard, but they get back their removal spell. We do draw a Foundry Helix. We go in attacking. They take it. We play the Foundry Helix. Kill the Mancer. Activate Relic. Play the Glint Hawk. Pick up the Relic. At 28-17, they play a creature that can give things protection from red that also has protection for red. I make a stupid attack here. Realizing I can't do what I thought I can, we lose our token. They take no damage. I equip up the Glint Hawk. They Mole Drifter. Get another Glint Hawk. Pick up the relic. Replay the relic. Go attacking. They block and trade the Mole Drifter. Equip up the Better Fist again. Make them eat the Mole Drifter. They snap my Glint Hawk. They play a 3/6 that gives them the initiative, and this is where it really starts to go downhill. They preordain. Play their Saga, do some drawing and discarding, attack for 2. Place Magic Strands in the graveyard. We play a Synthesizer, it gets countered. Play Glint Hawk. Pick up Batter Fist. Play Dawnbringer Cleric. Eat the Prismatic Strands in the graveyard. They get to enter to the dungeon some more. Take up their Saga. Play a Mole Drifter. Draw more cards. They get in with a big attack for 3. Get a score Core Skyfisher. We play that. Pick up the Batter Fist that we just played. They exile the Core Skyfisher. Get to enter the dungeon again. Their other Saga flips, they play another one, and then they preordain. We draw another Core Skyfisher. Debate about what to do. We make them eat the graveyard. Draw a card, we get a Glint Hawk. Play a Batter Fist. Then we play Glint Hawk. Pick up the Batter Fist. So we're doing lots of stuff. We're at 27 life. But unfortunately we just can't get through their wall. They ephemerate. Gain the initiative again. Move further through the dungeon. Now they have a pretty massive board. Flying creatures, 3/6s, things that give protection. They do some attacking. And honestly, I didn't really know what to do here. So I made some bad blocks, but there wasn't much choice anyway. They play a Mole Drifter and draw even more cards. I draw a land. And this is about the time I just decided to scoop it up.